putting the receipts out there. God
I
damn.
did. I literally put out the receipts. I'm
God
like, if
damn.
you
You
do
should
not
have been a
believe
fucking
me,
drama streamer.
I
You were born
fucking
for it. I
should've.
swear to Christ.
I should have done it, honestly.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 160 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Portz, and evil Space Bunny is sitting right there.
I am. I'm sitting right here. How did you know?
Standing, maybe you have a standing desk. I'm not sure.
You think I'm that athletic to have a standing desk? I'm kind of surprised you would think I would.
I don't know. A lot of people have them, but don't really use them, I guess.
Really? I guess.
I do at work. Yeah, I have one. I requested it specifically, and then I've used it twice
Does
in
that
like
make
3
you feel?
years. So.
Does that make you feel special to have?
No, it makes me feel shame every day I see it. Yeah,
Why?
because I should be using it intermittently. You know, I mean, if it was hydraulic, I would probably do it, but it's a pain in the ass to get up and down.
Oh, so it's
You have to
not
make sure nothing's gonna spill off your desk and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not as easy
No,
as.
Yeah, it's one of those fucking. You just plop it there and lift up on it. That's weird.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird. That's
Yeah.
not a very.
I
good
thought it was
one.
gonna be cooler than it was. It's not cool.
Yeah, that's not a good one. That's a
Yeah.
jank
That's
one.
a cost-saving measure by the company.
They're like, we did what you requested. However, it's not good.
Yeah,
It's not a good
the
one.
single ply of the monitor lifting world.
Ew. That'd be so bad. Single fly desks. Anyway, hi. How are you?
Yeah. Hey. Hello. How you doing there? What's going on?
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. Good podcast. Hell yeah. Doing good. All right.
It
Wrap
was
it up.
Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Happy
we had a lot of
Thanksgiving,
fun.
pilgrims.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, pilgrims. I hope everybody had a good holiday, safe holiday, and no family drama. Grandma didn't bring up, anything political or anything crazy.
Is it grandma that
like
usually
that.
does that?
I don't know. I usually feel like it's an uncle or something.
Yeah. It'd be funny if grandma brought it up.
Grandma gets mad about like I don't know the.
Usually
something.
grandma's like the excuse not to get too wild. You're like, hey, keep it cool in front of grandma, all right?
Yeah. Don't talk about sex in front of grandma. And then grandma brings up all the weird raunchy
And then she's
shit.
like, I've had more sex than all of you. It's like, okay, Jesus Christ.
It's like,
I have
Grandma!
a gentleman coming over later. Oh, my God, you're still you're married. What the fuck?
Grandma! No!
Grandpa's right there. Yeah, but his dick doesn't work. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, it's a Jerry situation where he watches from the closet.
Yeah.
I forgot who that guy was.
Grandpa's a cuckold. Name of the episode. Let's go.
Grandpa's a cuckold. Oh, feels bad for Grandpa. Anyway.
Yeah. None of that happened in my actual Thanksgiving. I just want to throw it out there. I do throw some family drama on here sometimes, but that was not it. I haven't talked to my grandparents in years, so.
Really?
I'm safe, yeah.
That's
Half of
good.
them are dead, and the other
Oh.
half are assholes, so.
Okay, that's also fair. Valid.
Yep.
Don't talk to assholes. It's not worth
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Well, that narrows the population quite a bit. Why I'm mostly inside.
Yeah.
Stay in my little hole.
There was a study done recently on people who didn't get COVID. So I'm one of the weird few exceptions that never got COVID, right?
Wow. Oh, okay.
I know.
Cool. Good for you.
They're called co-virgins now, which is even funnier. And
That sounds like you're virgins together. That sounds like abstinence. Like a promise ring situation.
yeah, it's a promise ring situation where I don't go outside because I don't want to get sick. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, I leave the house maybe twice a week at most.
Yeah.
At most. And sometimes
If I didn't leave for my job, I would like never go out. I mean,
exactly. And sometimes I order my groceries. And so I
Yeah.
just leave for 5 minutes and go pick them up. And then I come back.
yeah.
It's been great. I've driven less than fucking 20K in like 2.5 years.
Yeah. The funny thing about the metaverse, if I can dig into that for a second, is
sure.
we're kind of already doing that. Like it already is what we do. Us people that live on the internet.
Yeah.
It's just that we're in a very specific pocket of the metaverse, which is what the metaverse will eventually be, right? I mean, you're not interacting with everyone all the time, so
Yeah.
my computer kind of is my own little metaverse.
Yeah. It's just lonelier, and I don't
I
want
just
to
don't
deal
have
with other
goggles
people.
on.
Exactly.
Lonelier. Yeah, I guess so. I
don't want to talk to anyone. You know, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
I had somebody. I'll dive into my games real quick with a quick little story.
Let's do your games. Go ahead.
I had somebody DM me in Lord of the Rings Online randomly because every now and then I'll type in the world chat just to goof around and just be part of it.
Yeah,
it's the MMO experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pipe in with a joke or say something stupid that reveals I know nothing about the game, and then someone will teach me something about the game. I'm like, hey, cool, I learned something. That's nice.
That's nice.
Like I learned that there's this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was about to get into specific Lord of the Rings Online mechanics, so we don't care about that. The person who DM'd me though was like, hey, can you help me? I'm like, it depends. Is it sexual? Well, my name in the game is Bear Daughter, okay, and it's Bear BRE BARE. So, people assume certain things about me.
Yeah, that you're female and you have titties,
and I'm cool talking about my body and shit. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what they think. So I've had some DMs in the past that were like, hey girl, what's up? I'm like,
girl.
So I was like, I don't have what you're looking for probably because I'm just gonna get this out there. Because he asked me if I stream. I was like, what? Who the fuck asked somebody if you stream? So I was like, not this game. I was like, let me get ahead of this because I've had some people DM me in the past, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but just to get it out there. I'm a fat man, so a fat adult man. So if that's the direction we're headed, just knock it off. And they're like, oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I was like, I'm not offended. I'm just giving you a heads up, okay? You're traveling down a road, and I put up a fucking sign that says which direction you're going. That's all. So they're like, oh, okay. I'm 16. I was like, what? Why the fuck are you playing a 2007 MMO? What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, that's fine. And then, Jesus Christ, I should have never responded to this person at all because there's no way to verify if they're trolling or not. Mm-hmm. But he goes, I was like, how the fuck do you have this game? He's like, oh, my parents bought it for me. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's like, yeah, my dad's dead. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
What the fuck is this person? Yeah, this person sounds like they're trolling.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but it's an intense troll if that's what they're doing.
Oh, no, it gets worse.
Yeah, that was the first bombshell. Because it's okay if that happened to you. I mean, it sucks, but don't bring it up with strangers right away.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
So they're like, yeah, they bought me this game to help with my brain damage. I was like,
what the fuck?
What are you talking about? First of all, how is Lord of the Rings Online going to help with the brain damage? But maybe they have brain damage too. I have no idea.
No. It all makes
so I told
sense
them,
now.
I was like, hey, dude, this is some spicy shit you're dropping on me right now. So I need you to evaluate something about our DMs here, okay? And I understand you have brain damage, so if you need me to repeat it, I can. But I'm gonna make fun of this because you've dropped it on me immediately, and we're in a game where I cannot verify what you're saying is true. So I'm gonna I make jokes, and that's what I do. So if that's not cool with you, we should cut this off now. I was like, and they're like, are you mad at me? I was like, no, I'm just determining whether you're so hyper serious about this thing that you can't make light of it or whatever. Because they said it's been happening since they were born. I was like, I have no idea what your outlook is on this. And they go, no, I'm serious. I was like, well, yeah, you're serious, but do you need me to be serious? And they said, yes. I was like, well, okay, we should probably call it there then. They never
Bye.
DM'd back. It was wild. Absolutely crazy experience.
That's so fucking weird. Who just drops like shit like that on somebody? I have brain damage. Please talk to me. Please.
I know, and it feels like one of those things. It's like, yeah, I feel bad, but I'm not gonna sacrifice my experience to be nice to you about your brain damage.
Fair.
If I had brain damage, it's very hard to put yourself in the shoes of somebody who has brain damage because there's probably lots of different ways your brain could be damaged. But I like to think I would be able to make fun of myself for it, right? Because
right.
I do that now about my flaws, my acne, my fucking fatness, my alcoholism, all of that. It's on the table.
Yeah.
It's free. We can make fun of it. It's fine.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fair. Fair
Well,
game.
I don't know. Because what are you going to, be depressed about it the whole time? I have no idea. Yeah, anyway. Lord of the Rings Online. DM me. See how it goes, bitches.
DM Portz for a good time.
For a good time. DM Bear Daughter on the Landroval server.
Oh, no. It's really funny that you have had those experiences where you get hit on like that. And now you have a small, very small glimpse of what it's like to have the female
Tiny glimpse.
experience.
Yeah, I recommend if that happens to you, just tell them you're a fat man. And it goes away almost immediately.
Oh, I wish I could.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I've done that before. So there was a server back in the day I used
If they
to
hear
play.
you or see you, it's kind of fucked. You're over. It's over.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah.
So I everyone thought I was a dude on this one server that I played on, and they knew my brother Phil on the server too, and Phil just went with it because he knows. And so he, eventually we started doing like raids and stuff with this group and everything, and they're like, we need you to get in comms and you have to communicate. And so finally I get on one day and I'm like, hey guys. And they're like, a girl just joined the Ventrilo. They're like spamming it in guild chat. They're like, I repeat, a girl just joined the Ventrilo. Who is that? And I'm like, hey, that's me. And they're like, we thought you were a dude. You told everyone on the server you're a dude. I'm like, yeah, for this exact reason.
That's funny.
It's funny because I'm still friends with a lot of those people. Like CS Graphics in my chat, that's Dean. I met him through that server. Dookie Pants, he shows up every once in a while. Not to be confused with Dookie Face in my chat, but Dookie Pants. And he's the one who spammed, guys, there's a girl in the Ventrilo. I don't know what to do. I still remember that. Angus
That's
Chang. Awesome. That fucker. Anyway.
That's funny. Wow.
Okay.
The first clan that I was a part of was is that still the term people use? Maybe I should say guild. Clan always sounds a little weird.
Yeah, clan always sounded a little weird.
The first group, I guess I was a part of, it was for Dungeon Siege. And
ooh, okay.
it was a bunch of middle-aged or older, a bunch of retirees and shit, like much older people. And I wanted to fit in. I didn't want them to see me as a kid, so I pretended to be 28 or something like that when I was easily 13 or 14.
Oh, baby Portz.
Actually, maybe it was even earlier than that. But it was 12, 13, I think. And I would get on, and we had a TeamSpeak or Ventrilo server, and I went a couple weeks probably without using it, but then eventually they're like, yeah, we like to get in here, be more part of the group or whatever. Sure. And so I'm testing my deep voice before I get on. I'm yeah, that sounds good. And then so I get in there and I use it, and the lady who was leading it was Southern, so she goes, oh, I forget what the fuck my name was back then. I'll just use Portz because that's what I go by now. But she's like, oh, Portz, you are you all right? It sounds like some you got a little bit of something in your throat. I was like, oh, no, this is just my voice. There's zero chance they bought it.
They're like, oh, that's a baby. There's a baby in the chat.
Well, don't embarrass him. It's okay. Okay, yep. Hello, fellow adult.
He's just trying to fit in. Hello, fellow kids. That's kind of cute, though. At least you weren't annoyed enough that they fucking kicked you out or anything.
No, I was there for a long time. Yeah. A couple
that's
years,
cool.
I think.
Oh, wow. A couple years? Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a long time to be
I'm a
with kid.
loyalist, all right? I stick around
Okay, fair.
till I don't.
Okay, well, that's true, too.
Yeah, so Lord of the Rings Online, it's been going good. Good Lord of
Good.
the Rings-y stuff. Also, Faye and I started Wasteland 3 for our co-op. Oh, we beat Grim Dawn, by the way.
Oh, nice.
I
How
should
was
say.
it?
Well, the end is very sudden. I don't know if you've ever played that game, but it kind of just ends. The only way we really knew that it was over is we were at the end of there's a big world map, and we're like, it doesn't look like there's anywhere else to go, although there are empty spaces, but no named ones. So maybe they're filled with expansions or something, but we get to the end of it, and then a Steam achievement pops up. That's like, game's over. It's like, oh, okay.
That's
We're just sitting around like, Jesus. There's no credits. The end boss was interesting, but not mechanically. It was just a big giant
It was just there.
Cthulhu monster with he was spongy and not that spongy, not more spongy than the previous boss. Like, it was very strange. The end of that game. Yeah, it was kind of a letdown too because there was no crescendo. It was like, okay, it's
Maybe
over
they
now.
ran out of budget.
Could be.
They're like,
yeah, I would believe that. They are pretty indie. Yeah.
That's kind of funny, but also
Yeah.
kind of sad.
It is. Because you should feel something afterwards. Like, even credits with a song is enough for me. I'm a simple guy, but just sitting there in town because you beat the boss, right? Then you have to go back to town to turn in the quest. It's like, that's how it ends. Like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Like Diablo ends with a giant Diablo is fucking dead, like crazy dying cutscene and the crazy drops.
Cutscene and everything, and shit hits the fan, and then it's all like,
Yeah.
is it really over? And
Yeah. And this game is like, see ya. Okay. You beat us.
Okay,
What do you want, a fucking cookie? Like, Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
I do want a cookie, thank you.
That'd be nice.
Honestly.
Yeah, so that was Grim Dawn. And then, Wasteland 3. I don't know if you're familiar with the Wasteland franchise.
Mm-mm.
But it actually goes back to, like, I want to say the 80s?
Huh.
Maybe
I'm
90s.
looking it up.
1988.
They are
Yeah.
old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Fallout before Fallout, I think.
Pretty much, yeah.
And, obviously Fallout kind of stole their thunder a bit, but that's kind of on them for not having a sequel till 2010, I think. Wasteland 2 is single player only, and then Wasteland 3 has some co-op, so that's why we're starting with the third one.
That's fair. Is it good?
It is good. It's got some Divinity style humor.
Okay, that's good.
Like, we have a cat that follows us in a cowboy hat.
Okay.
Although Faye is absolutely terrified of him dying, so he's in
Obviously.
base,
Mhm.
just keeping the place on lockdown.
Can things permanently die in this one too?
Yeah, but like I told her, we could just reload the save, but it's fine.
It's not the same.
It would be kind of a pain in the ass because we can't control it. So, like in combat, I mean. So it could just go die a bunch, and it's like, well,
oh yeah, no, you gotta save him.
yeah.
Protect.
So now we're
the
risking
cat.
a dog instead. 'Cause fuck dogs.
Oh no! That's so fucked. Oh.
Well, he doesn't have a name, It's like, whatever.
Meat dog meat.
He's a war dog.
Okay. War dog.
Yeah.
War dog.
It's kind of a weird co-op system. You share inventory.
Okay.
So everything that you loot, the other people can see, which is really nice, actually, because you don't have to like pause and be like, "What's good for your thing?" And You just like, oh, it's in the inventory. I use it. It's easy.
Yeah, it's nobody being sneaky. Nobody's
Yeah,
stealing.
I could imagine if you're a specific type of friend, or you have a specific type of friend that's maybe not, the best for playing games with, that could cause some strife. But for us, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, so. The people who just like loot goblins.
They're like, I have all the armor on, and you have one piece. What's going on?
It's like, what's happening? Why aren't you?
Why aren't you looting more? It's like, bro, we share loot. Yeah.
Get good.
So
Get
why
good.
Why don't you access your inventory more? You should do that.
Yeah.
I'm better at the game than you.
It's like you should be good. You should be good.
I also tried to play some Halo co-op with my buddy, and that shit is broken.
Halo, the new one, the latest one?
No, the Combat Evolved. The Master Chief Collection or whatever.
Oh, okay.
On Steam, been out for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit don't work. I mean, it sometimes works.
Okay.
It'll just randomly kick you out. We Googled it. People are having the same problems. Doesn't seem to be any permanent fixes. We got through like a mission and a half, and then couldn't really deal with it. So.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty annoying because we were really into it. The old Halo games are fun. But
that's
whatever.
Annoying.
Yeah. Another failed co-op adventure with Faye before we tried Wasteland 3 was Skyrim Together.
Ooh, okay.
I didn't realize how in-depth that is.
Yes.
You have to like set up your computer to be a server and like Jesus Christ. I was like, I don't want to fucking do this. So
yeah,
that's on hold. We'll probably do it at some point, although the co-op doesn't work in the ways that we really want it to, I don't think.
Oh, no. Okay.
Like, you can't drop shit on the ground. You can't, like, if you're not the quote-unquote main player, you have to, like, pay attention to who hosts the game so that they always do it, and that the secondary person doesn't start any quests. Or if they do start the quest, they can't do any steps in the quest. Otherwise, it could break the whole thing. Like, it's just too tiptoey, I don't really want to be doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very jank from what I've heard, which is why.
I heard it got really good, like stability wise. Like it runs fine, but there's just a lot of weird rules you have to pay attention to, which I'm not super interested in doing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Although that would be a very fun way to experience Skyrim for the first time. She's never played it, so.
Wait, she's never played Skyrim?
Never. Also, yeah, it's probably a blessing this didn't work because I was thinking halfway through doing that, I was like, it's kind of a waste not to like stream this or something, because people fucking love seeing people's first playthrough through Skyrim.
I'm so shocked right now. I'm so shocked. I can't even talk.
Well, I'm dating a fake gamer, so.
Oh. That's not true. I still love her.
I love her immensely.
Uh-huh.
She's a fake gamer.
You're a fake gamer.
No, she's really settled into the groove of strategy games. She's playing Timberborn right now.
Oh yeah. I've seen that one with the beavers.
Looks pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Beaver City Builder RTS sort of thing.
Yeah. No RTS, really. No.
No, it's no RTS.
Yeah, just building and resource management, yeah. There's like no threats whatsoever except starvation and maybe the winter or something, summer, I don't know.
The winter is coming.
I think it's summer because it dries up the water.
Oh, that makes more sense.
So you have to build better dams.
Build super dams.
I also played a little bit of Castlevania Lords of Shadow, which is the 3D Castlevania.
Yeah.
The first one. And I have firmly decided pretty quickly, I think like 2 hours in, that this game is fucking dog shit. Fucking, I don't think it's worth the installation size, which is like 4 gigs. It's fucking terrible. The narrative is shitty. It's got Patrick I almost said Patrick Star.
I was like Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Yeah, Patrick Stewart. Which is cool, but he's just reading a couple paragraphs and then it's like, kind of assume the rest or whatever. It's like whatever. So the story is not that deep or even really well presented, and the gameplay is fixed camera God of War style, like old God of War, and the puzzle mechanics are kind of weird. Okay, so the thing that made me rage quit was there was this giant like stone boss that you have to climb up, and while you're climbing, he tries to shake you off. And the mechanic for holding on is you have to pull down the right or left trigger at the right time when they tell you to, right?
Yeah.
Thing is, they don't tell you when to let go. So the prompt comes up, hold it down. Okay, I'll hold it forever, right? That seems like an easy solution. Why would they need to tell you when to let it go? Here's fucking why, because when you let go, it counts as a button press. So if you've just tried to quote unquote cling at the wrong time, you fucking fall off.
So funny thing about this, I played this.
Yeah?
You know how long I lasted in that game?
Was it less than 2 hours?
34 fucking minutes.
Holy shit.
You know me. I will play a lot of stuff and I will sit in it, but I literally could not.
How did I make it farther than you? Because I feel like you have. Well, no, I have a bigger terrible game. Well, I don't know. We have complementary strengths when it comes to dealing with bullshit, I guess. Because you're willing to deal with some indie shit. I'm willing to deal with some, you fucking coded this wrong, and I'll just glitch my way through it. But you also like hard games, so it's a nice balance. But yeah, wow.
It just wasn't. Yeah, I couldn't. Cause I tried. I
like
Castlevania.
Nothing interesting in that game. I couldn't find one redeemable quality.
It was so fucking bad. It
got good reviews back in the day. Well, kind of average, but a little positive. Like, yeah, what do fucking people like about that shit? I have no goddamn idea.
That's what I was like. This is when I started like stepping away from higher end games and stuff. Yeah, AAA. And I was like, why are people so obsessed with it? I genuinely could not figure it out for the life of me, Portz, why people were so obsessed with it. I just could not. And I'm like, this is Castlevania, and this is a sad excuse for Castlevania.
Yeah. All that being said, I don't really like Castlevania that much. I love the aesthetic and, that kind of shit, but and the music, goddamn. Although this didn't really have any of the good music that I could.
Yeah, I was.
What does it have in the game? Someone tell me. If you've played this game, Castlevania, Lords of Shadow, what the fuck is in it that's good? Anyone?
Please.
Open invitation. You can come on the podcast. I'll do a spoilers episode with you.
Yeah, I'll put my 34 minutes in. Yeah.
I didn't even get far enough to spoil.
You could talk about the boss or something.
Plays on Steam Deck. One of my favorite Castlevania games. Good story and action. Bullshit. Freeman on Steam. Bullshit.
Who are you, Freeman? What are you doing? What are you doing with your life?
A much-needed reboot, and one that certainly delivers. This game is a masterpiece. Give it a try.
A piece of shit!
This guy's 54 hours in this fucking goddamn game.
He's drunk. He's drunk with power.
Now, here's a review I can stand behind. Although this person played 28 hours of it, but they gave it a negative review. No one. The game devs. Let's make a bunch of obstacle course sequences riddled with instant kills and put an unskippable cutscene right after the checkpoint. Yeah.
Oh no, that's my least favorite. When they
some of that is the Xbox 360 era's problem. Like every fucking game did that. But
yeah, right.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, fuck that game.
Fucking bad games.
One more game I played.
Yeah. Go for it.
Divinity, Dragon Knight
Ooh.
Commander.
Ooh. I haven't heard about this one. Okay.
I have been on a mission, a very slow, lumbering mission, to eventually play all of the Divinity games.
Okay.
And I've decided with this one that I'm not going to be beating all of them.
Oh no, it's that bad.
Another stinker. There are actually redeemable qualities in this game, so I might play more of it, maybe. But so let me give you the pitch, the elevator pitch for this game.
Yeah.
Roll
the T.
Role playing. God damn it. Fucking real time strategy game.
Okay.
Where you can control a dragon and like you can control like an OP unit basically.
Okay.
And outside of that, zoom out, you're on like a Risk style map or like Total War style map. And there's resource management and a little bit of politics, actually a lot of politics and like storytelling and almost like a presented in a, what are those games called? The KFC game was one of them.
Oh,
not a dating sim, but like a storybook game. It's like a
yeah. Visual novel.
Visual fucking novel. That's what it is. Yeah, it's basically like that for the politics portion, which is cool. The voice acting is good. The story seems pretty good, but everything else around that is so rudimentary and terrible that it's going to be a slog, because the resources that you're every region that you take over, you can only plant one building, and you can only make a couple types of units, and then once you get into the battles, every battle plays out basically exactly the same. You start building shit as fast as you can. You'll never be as fast as the enemy because they're cheating. And so you have to go in your dragon, and then wipe out their, like, basically cull their numbers until yours catch up with them, and then you can win via RTS. Every single battle that happens. The same fucking formula. Build a little, slay them with a dragon, then conquer them with the rest of your army. Every time.
Gotcha.
There's no other strategy that works. I fucking looked it up. Nothing. So it's not really a real-time strategy game. It's just a real-time playing the same simulation over and over again. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, some people are into that, I guess.
Are they? I think it's just a failed game. I mean, it also has sort of positive reviews, but most people go, yeah, it's like the politics and the story and the choices you can make are the thing that's fun about it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess if you're into that, that's not so bad. But
it's not terrible, but the combat takes a while, and if you auto simulate it, you better have a ridiculous amount of numbers to beat them. Which, by the way, you won't, because again, the AI is cheating, so you can't even auto simulate them to victory. You have to get in there with your dragon for sure. Which I thought was cool. The first battle I did, I was like, whoa, because you're flying around, there's all these units. Like, imagine just going into a fucking Command and Conquer game and just blowing everybody away with fire, It's very cool the first time you do it. After that, you're like, oh, no, I have like 10 more hours of this.
I have to wash my hair. Like, no thank you.
Yeah.
That's too long.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Too long.
Mm-hmm. So that might be 2 games I removed from my backlog and put in the dumpster pile.
That's
this
fair.
week. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do it,
Yeah, I think yeah.
I'm done lying to myself that I'm gonna get to these goddamn games, because there's too much good shit out there for me to be spending my fucking time doing that shit.
Yeah, I think what you should.
I like giving it a fair shake for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shake it up a little bit, shake it off, and then throw it directly into the trash, and then never think about it again.
Absolutely. Done deal.
Then just move on with your life. Be a much
Feels
happier
good. I feel
person.
cleansed.
Do you feel cleansed?
Is that what juice cleanses feel like? You get rid of the bad games that hurt you?
I think juice cleanse just make you shit, but I mean,
well, I'm not saying I didn't shit during those games.
Games so bad they cause you to shit. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
My turn?
Your turn. I pass the talking stick to you.
Cool. Okay, so I'm still playing Ark. I'm still playing Minecraft. Nothing to write home about either of those except for fuck Ark still. But I'm having a good time. I went back and I revisited Core Keeper, which I think you might enjoy. It is a explore cave and go on adventure.
We actually just bought this, so we will be playing it. Yeah.
It's really cute. There was a huge update recently, so me and my roommate were playing it and just having a lot of fun with it. There's a whole bunch of new enemies. It's really cute. I love the artwork, but it is fucking hard. There are just enemies that just straight up murk you, and I'm like, oh, this one's new, and then all of a sudden I'm dead in like 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. But yeah, really cute. Highly recommend. I might actually start incorporating that into stream soon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's really adorable. The other game I picked up this week is Warhammer. I picked up the Warhammer 40K Dark Tide, which is the sequel basically, but not really actually sequel. So there was Vermintide, which I really, really liked. It was like Left 4 Dead. Kill, 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 murder, murder, murder. But you were specific people in that game. In Dark Tide, you get to kind of make your own character, and you're one of the many classes. So you could be like a Sister of Battle, or and there's like all different types. That's immediately what I went with. I get a big fucking hammer, I charge into people, and I scream at them, and then I preach and call them a bunch of fucking heathens. It's 10 out of 10. The character interactions with each other is pretty funny. Because they'll interact and they'll talk to each other, and you get to pick a little bit of your backstory, and that does affect some of the things you'll say and how you react to certain things too, which is kind of neat, I guess. If you're into that, it's something. I've always liked the Warhammer universe. I'm not super like in depth with it. So my 2 roommates, they're hardcore Warhammer nerds, right?
Yeah.
They played the tabletop, everything. So they knew everything that was happening. And I knew, like, maybe some of it.
It's surprising. It's always surprising to me how many people are Warhammer nerds.
Yeah.
Like, deep into it. No, there's not very many casual Warhammer fans. They're mostly crazy people.
Oh, yeah. You either you have to go balls to the wall. If you're actually going to get into, like, 40K, you have to be balls to the wall. You can't half-ass that. Just for the simple fact that it's so fucking expensive that you're committing. You're committing, or you're like not.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And if you're not committing, then what the fuck? You're wasting your $700 army or whatever.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
There's not very many dabblers.
No, there's not very many dabblers. So what I do, because I don't plan on playing the tabletop, because I don't have the patience for that kind of game, because the game could take up to 10 hours.
Jesus Christ.
No, thank you. But I will paint them. I will paint the models.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I could see that.
Yeah. So I played that. It was fun. And then I played a couple itch.io games this week. I played one platformer called Meat Madness. It was infuriating, but actually quite fun. We played that for about an hour. And then the other game I played was called The Shadow over Route 80. And that one was actually pretty neat. It was really fucking dark. But it was kind of neat. It's like culty, alienish. I don't know if it's aliens or demons. There's just a bunch of weird fucking entities, and they just, for some reason, reside underneath this convenience store.
Interesting. Why is everything around a fucking convenience store?
I don't know. It
Every
seems to be
goddamn
a
game
theme
you
this year.
at least once a week.
It's
is about
literally a theme
convenience
this
store.
year. Convenience store, the theme. It wasn't about
You're
horror.
the convenience store.
Space horny. It was the year of the convenience store. Then I did something dumb. So I want to play one of the hardest games known to man this year. And I want to do it. And I want to play and I want to beat Getting Over It with Benedict Foddy. I want to beat the game. So I've been practicing.
Is this because Markiplier played it again?
Did he play it again?
He
really?
did, yeah.
Oh no! I was thinking about it, how I don't feel accomplished for beating 100 video games this year, and I know I should. But for something in my brain, it's like, hey,
well,
you
know
didn't
what
try
it is.
hard enough.
You know what it
What?
is.
What is
Played
it?
a bunch of bullshit indie games.
Fuck you! I loved a lot of those games. That
I
played.
understand.
There was some trash.
But it doesn't really feel like 100, does it?
I mean, it's 100 different experiences. If you talk to 100 different
Are
people,
they all
even if it's
different?
for a
Are they
minute-
all fucking convenience store games?
Fuck you! But also true. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I mean,
there's
obviously, it is an achievement, but it's it's not the same as
It feels
doing
weird.
100
feels weird.
Assassin's Creed games, which there are.
Look, listen.
that
If
many.
I didn't have to work 40 hours a week, maybe I'd think about it. Maybe. Just
I
maybe.
don't even know if that'd be possible.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how people do it.
Well, they don't. Most people are not doing this.
Yeah,
Even
that's true.
games
Nobody's-
journalists, like they're like, I beat 55 games this year. It's like, yeah, that's a lot, but it's not 100. God damn.
It's not 100 exactly. All right, let's do the news.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the news?
Yeah, do it up.
Roonies?
Hell yeah.
All right, so we have a couple of things. The first thing I want to talk about is Dr. Disrespect is banned.
On
Again.
YouTube?
No,
Oh. I was like, God
but
damn.
I know
My
it would have been
once
funny, right?
every couple months check-in is fucked.
No, he got banned from Call of Duty Warzone for being toxic in proximity chat, which I mean, fair. But I think
Yeah, I've
the
seen him
reason why
say
it
some
happened-
fucking flagrant shit.
Yeah, he says. I mean, that's just who he is.
It's not
That's
bigotry,
the
though.
doc. It's not.
It's usually personal attacks that are specific to that
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, that's probably part of it, and that's probably why. But he got banned from Call of Duty Warzone 2 just a few days before the 100K tournament was supposed to happen. And I think that was maybe part of it.
People
It's
want to
like,
fix
oh.
the game? Is that what you're saying to me?
I don't know.
They're fixing up the esports?
Maybe, but like he's also super critical of this game, and he fucking screams about the game while playing the game, which is so fucking weird to me. Like, if you're obviously not happy about this game, you continuously play this game even though you fucking hate it. It's
Well.
like a fuck. Yeah, you guys do this with Dota, but like you also don't stream it. I don't know.
Yeah, but the Dota streamers do this. But the thing about him is he's looking for content. I think he knows that those clips go viral because
right.
the COD community who like the game share them, and the people who agree with him share them. So it's like a win-win, you know?
Right.
He might even love the game. Who knows? I think he just
True.
is flagrant to be flagrant to generate clicks. He's good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it comes with a risk of getting fucking banned. Not talking shit about the
fucking
game, but
Yeah.
yeah. The proximity
I-
chat and the Warzone shit is hilarious. Honestly, fucking. I don't know if you saw Tim the Tatman and Ninja were playing together, and Ninja's
Uh-uh.
like, if you make it out of this alive, because I think he was dead and Tim was still alive. He goes, I'll give you $30,000, Tim. And Tim's like, okay, bet, dude. And so he gets in proximity chat with the other guys. He's like, guys, I'm gonna if I get out of this, like if you leave me alone, I'm gonna make a bunch of money and I'll give you all $1,000 each. And they're like, oh shit, hell yeah. So they sit around and they're like, yeah, okay. And then Tim the Tatman runs away and they let him go and shit. And then Tim's like, hey, Ninja, you really gonna pay those guys? He's like, fuck those guys, let's get out of here. I was like, God damn, dude. They have the money, just give it to them.
Oh no.
But a lot of funny, weird little experiences like that.
It's kind of funny. Yeah, I like the idea of proximity chat because like it was the same in PUBG.
Oh.
I remember one time I got fucked over because it happened a lot in PUBG where you get fucked over by your parachute. So I fell and I was instantly knocked on the ground. And there was somebody out beside me and they started hitting on me. And I'm like, no, don't do it. I love you. And sure enough, they stop and they're like, oh, do you really love me? And it was just enough time for my partner to get a gun and shoot the shit out of him and then pick me up.
Jesus.
I got away. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was good. It works sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Anyway, so the other thing I want to talk about this week, and it's really funny because we got trashed last week and talked about my thing about Blizzard and my opinions about Blizzard, and I was super trash, but I was super honest. I think that Blizzard will be fucked if they lose the fight between getting on with Xbox. I think they're fucked, super fucked, right? Well, it seems like the FTC is actually going to challenge the merge between Microsoft and Activision, which and Xbox hasn't really talked too much about this, not that I can find anyway.
Yeah, not recently.
And,
they were out there early on going, yeah, it's probably going to be fine.
Yeah, it's probably going to be fine. But now, not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Well, FTC is a real thing.
Right.
Is there grounds, do you think? Is it, or is it kind of bullshit?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of see both sides as it is. Like we talked about it a little bit with Sony in the UK and trying to hold it up in the UK courts and stuff. And now that it's being held up in the UK courts, the FTC is kind of now looking into it as well. They don't have any. The FTC has no control over what the UK does and the UK courts rulings. But since the FTC and now two people are starting to look more into this merger, I think that it has a good chance of possibly failing.
Yeah.
Like it's higher. And the only person that has very come out and said that they won't hesitate to fight to defend the acquisition is Activision Blizzard. Which makes a lot of fucking sense. Because they've been burning bridge after burning bridge, and now Microsoft is getting this like fucking sad box of rotten fruit at this point.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna follow it closely, and then maybe we could talk about it in a couple weeks if there's any more that comes of it, or if it's just kind of fizzled.
I mean, I know there's a lot more to that company.
Right.
But couldn't Microsoft accomplish a similar goal, at least in regards to Sony? At least now that Sony's kind of revealed their hand as to what they're scared of. Just buy Call of Duty from them.
I don't think they have the ability to buy Raven, because remember they bought Bungie last year.
Raven doesn't own Call of Duty.
No, they don't own Call of Duty, but they're the big part of it. If they just want to buy that one game, but I don't think Xbox wants to give up that one game. And they also gave Sony 10 years to not have an, because if Sony buys the game, they're going to make it exclusive.
Why doesn't Microsoft just buy Call of Duty instead of instead of trying to buy all of Activision? Because the antitrust is like a monopoly thing, right? They're worried about too many things going over to Microsoft. But just one game, it's gotta be fine.
I don't know. That I think would.
I imagine a big part of the deal though is their mobile shit, which just generates fucking shitloads of money for basically no operational cost.
Yeah, just like the Game Pass. It's just stuff that prints money. It makes it easy for them, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I think what Sony should have done instead of being little bitches and fighting about it, and I think I mentioned this last week too, was they have 10 years. During that time, they have Bungie. Have Bungie switch gears from making this Warframe fucking knockoff Destiny and have them actually make a fucking FPS again. Like the Halo 1 and Halo 2, those are so much fun multiplayer games. Like I remember stacking Xboxes on top of each other and fucking landing that shit.
Yeah, but I think the
so
talent from that studio's gone. I think they're just...
You think so?
Yeah, I don't...
Oh, well, they're fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest.
But they have 10 years. They have 10 years to possibly develop and bring up an FPS game.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. They've tried a lot, though.
And that would be exclusive.
Killzone was terrible.
I guess that's a good point.
I don't know. All they know how to do is their fucking blockbuster, and I literally mean like Hollywood movie type games.
They're a one-trick pony. They're a one-trick pony where they
and
make
it's a good
games.
trick. But I think people will probably get tired of it soon. Maybe, I don't know. Depends.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Maybe we'll see. I think a lot of people will continue to play those games because they're not necessarily easy, but you have like periods of like downtime, if that makes sense. Like you get to watch a movie and then you go back to play your game.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you get to go back to play your game and your movie, game, etc.
Yeah, and I like
and
it.
Yeah.
But it's carrying the console at this point, you know? And that's a heavy lift, I think. Like it's an expensive machine. And part of what's so good about the games is they look amazing. So you have to keep that up, and I don't know. It just seems like it's kind of they're waiting water, right?
Right. I think that's where they fucked up, and they constantly have to make the games prettier and prettier every single time.
I mean, they're just making... It's kind of like the Marvel problem where it's like, oh yeah, all these movies have to look amazing, so you're spending fucking hundreds of millions of dollars on this shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, the overhead's insane.
Yeah. Like, look at Elden Ring. Elden Ring is very pretty in its own way, but it's not incredibly complicated. Like, the characters' mouths don't move when they talk, and stuff like that. Just very simple animations, right? Yeah. And it's all about, like, the mechanics of the game.
It's got some style.
Yeah, it's definitely got a style, but nobody complains about that, which is funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Yeah, but people complain about reusing animations in God of War and
the hair on ladies' faces.
And Horizon Zero Dawn also using similar animations. It's fucking I think it's just Sony fanboys. I think it's genuinely just Sony fanboys being fucking just smelling their own farts. They're like Tesla drivers.
Yeah.
Okay. One other, two things that I also want to talk about. Epic Games is going to do their Christmas promotion. Please download and steal all of Epic's money. The developers are getting paid big chunks of money for this, and Epic loses so much money from doing this.
You're talking about which game?
So go pick up your 12 games. So from Christmas, so let me pull this up, the exact dates. December 15th through January 10th of next year, there's a free game every single day.
Oh, okay.
On Epic.
Cool.
Go steal the games or, download them. Cost Epic money. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Don't buy anything on there. They have a Black Friday sale, but it's exactly the same shit that's on sale on Steam.
On Steam. Just get the free game and leave.
Hell yeah.
Okay. The last thing I want to talk about is the Callisto Protocol.
Protocol, baby.
And I don't know how much you saw about this week.
I did see a couple different things. One, the NDAs are not lifting until after the game comes out.
Yes.
And then what was the other thing I saw? The other thing I saw was they're selling a weird DLC. Yeah.
Yes. So they're including a seasonal pass, which will include new death animations, new enemy faces, blah 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 blah. But it's also going to include new story content. and that was the thing that was being misreported, was that it was only going to be new death animations for this DLC.
Okay.
And people were losing their fucking mind.
Unfair, right?
And I'm like,
that would be insane.
right, because the whole reason why these people left the Dead Space studio is because of the shit that happened with the microtransactions.
The
in
microtransactions,
Dead Space
and
3.
they sold the real ending for $10 for Dead Space 3.
Fucking toxic.
And it wasn't even that good of an ending, to be honest.
It's not. It's trash.
Not trash. It was just
yeah.
kind of meh, whatever.
Yeah.
Generic sci-fi
yeah,
moon
so-
shit, you know?
Right, but everybody was focusing on the new player death animations, and they're like, they haven't changed. And
My
just
first
having
thought when I
meltdowns.
saw that was like, hey, if they're like over the top like Tomb Raiders, like I might pay a couple of bucks to see that. You remember
Yeah.
Tomb Raider back in the day where she like falls down the
Jesus
waterfall
Christ.
and gets impaled on a spike and shit? You're like, oh my god,
Dude, that is the one that I saw probably the most, and it just kept fucking with me, and then I kept fucking that up so much, and then I kept seeing it, and it's so traumatizing.
Yeah, it is.
It literally
It's
hurts
great.
my neck thinking about it. I knew you were going to say that one because that was the most fucked up one.
It was the most fucked up,
There's,
and
like-
it did happen a lot. I feel like because you're
my
always jumping
God.
over some fucking waterfall or something, and then there's spikes.
It's almost like, that's like, fuck my
It's just the squirming, dude.
Ah!
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad. But yeah, and then the end, what was announced today was that any reviews for the game, because there's review copies out there right now, right?
Yeah.
But no reviews are allowed to be published until the day of release.
I feel like
Which
that's fairly common now, isn't it?
I didn't think so. I thought there was early ruviews, so you
Not
can know if
always.
you
I
want
mean,
to
there's-
pre-order this.
Yeah. I mean, people always face similar. Wow, words are failing me. Similar lashback. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lashbang.
For doing this where you can't release your review until after the game comes out, like the day of or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like I can't remember the last game that did it, but it was pretty recent, I think. Gotham Knights might have been one, which is not a good example because it's not a very good
That
game.
was a bad game. That was a bad game.
But it's happened with some good games too. I think like Witcher 3, I think was like that, which was not recent, but yeah, I don't know. Someone would have to pull some data together to really know. I'm pulling this out of my ass. Jamie?
Jamie?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there are some reasons to do it that aren't my game is bad, and
Yeah.
mostly that's spoiler related, which is kind of fair, I guess. Who is the
I
publisher
guess
again?
that's a good fight. Callisto Protocol.
That's the game.
It is being published by Krafton, aka Bluehole.
Oh.
It's a Korean publisher, South Korean publisher.
Huh.
They're the one. Bluehole did.
Yeah,
PUBG
that's right. It
and-
was originally going to be in the PUBG universe.
It
Yeah,
was
what a
originally
weird
gonna be in the PUBG
story this game has had.
universe.
You know what? I take it all back. This game is probably suspect.
I'm a little nervous. That just puts up red flags. Like, I haven't pre-ordered a game in a very long time. I think the only game I pre-ordered recently was Cult of the Lamb, and that was it. But I knew I wanted that game, and I
Yeah.
knew it was gonna be fine.
The main reason
But
I
yeah.
don't pre-order things is because I forget that they're coming out, but yeah, I have no problem. Like, if you're gonna play it anyway, right? Like when Dragon Age 2 dropped, it wasn't the best thing in the world. I still kind of liked it, and I was like, I'm still gonna buy Dragon Age 3. It's like whatever BioWare puts out as a single player, I'm gonna fucking buy it and try it for myself. At least that used to be the case. And this is similar for me. I'm like, I like so much of what I've seen. I want to judge it for myself. I think a lot of the sentiment that comes from whoa, they should let us release it early. Like fucking, they're fucking like if they're fucking gamers, right? They're trying to hide the shitty product.
Right.
Some of that's true, but a lot of that narrative is pushed by the people who do the reviews and want an early edge. So I don't necessarily trust it either way, because like if you want to play the game, like fucking play the game. Like pre-ordering is bad is only true if you're unwilling to risk the $60. Most people I know that buy games are like, yeah, whatever. Like I'll just fucking play it. Like whatever, it's fine. If it's not that good, you can fucking Steam has a goddamn return policy now. Like this, it's not a risk anymore. Really, you can return games. Yeah.
Yeah, luckily we do have that ability to return them now. I think I just have.
Are you goddamn tweeting to me while I'm talking to you?
Yeah, I did. I saw the tweet about Squeaks. I'm so jealous. He's too cool for us. I wonder if he still listens to the podcast. Squeaks, if he still listens to the podcast, we can be in chat next time, please. He's too cool, I know!
Fucking bitches all over town, all right?
You think he's fucking bitches all over town?
I have no idea.
He's too busy watching
anime. He doesn't look like he's ever been laid in his life, but I'm sure he has. You know?
I'm sure. I'm going to fucking... Oh, he's not even streaming tonight. I was going to be like, Portz says you've never been laid in your life.
No, he looks that way. Jesus Christ. I'm not attacking
him. I'm sorry.
I'm sure he has. I bet he does pretty well. Especially now. God damn.
Yeah. I bet you he's rolling in the ladies now. Anyway, that's it for podcast and news. And apparently my bot was going off this whole time and thinking I was saying Pepe D because my voice actions. Good job, bot.
Nice.
Thank you.
Who is Pepe D?
Who is Pepe D? What's the deal with that? Anyway, I guess good night. Thank you for listening. I had a chatter come in that was new to the podcast. 2B, if you make it this far.
Hey,
hi.
What's up?
I appreciate you.
Thanks. How was the journey? Let us know.
Yeah, how was the journey?
Let us know
how the journey was.
2 years from now.
How was
when
COVID?
Get here.
How was COVID?
How was COVID? Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter at Evil Space Bunny and the Real Portz, and ignore Backlog on Twitter.
And save this episode to a thumb drive and leave it at your college.
Yeah, leave it somewhere for somebody.
Yeah, just leave it around.
Give it to somebody. Share it with Grandma, who's probably still bringing up weird stuff about the hot guys that she sees.
Yeah. If your grandma tries to bring up weird shit at dinner again, just pull out a thumb drive and place it gently on her lips and go, shh, Grandma, listen to this.
Grandma.
This is all you need to know, okay? Like, oh my God. So weird.
It's like, Grandma, this is so weird. She's going to fall in love with Portz. It's going to be fine.
What's up, Grandma?
Portz, no! Oh my God. We got to end this podcast. All right, good night, everyone.
I have to outperform Squeaks.
Portz is coming for you, Squeaks. Okay, good night.
I don't want to leave on come being in the sentence, but okay. Yep. See ya.
Come.
I'm gonna come.
I didn't stop.